Are we okay?
Sorry. Now we are. Go.
Okay.
Start over.
Really? Okay. Good afternoon. We're back with you here, and we're going to this is video number 5 on the 111 John Deere garden tractor. Well, actually, it's more of a mower, but you know, it's 11 horsepower, and that's how it came. Anyway, we're going to give you some. We have everything splayed out here, all the major components that we are going to well, refurbish and get them going, you know, the way they should be going. You've seen us do the fender pan here, and all of that welding and knocking the dents out. It's ready to well, get the paint off and primer it and paint it. But that'll be one of the last things that we do. So the main thing I want to tell you is before you get your fender pan off, well, you'll want to take your handle for your blade or your belly motor. You want to take that off because it just will not come off without you taking that off. So what we do is just wrap it with a sock towel, and then use your channel lock brand 442 pliers, and get it working back and forth, and it'll eventually come off. Now, and you'll do the same thing with your red gear shift knob that's on your right hand side of your fender pan, to get that off also. That's got like a spring on it with which keeps tension on it, but you'll take it off the same way before you can get your fender pan off. Okay? All right. Now we're going to go back. We're going to work this in a clockwise position and show you, you know, what all we've done. And we'll get rid of it. We'll start off with the wire harness. The wire harness, it's functional, but there's other things on here, and they put an aftermarket key switch on there, and you know, where, you know, these couplings here, you know, that's John Deere right there, and they've got wires cut off of them, so we're going to get a different wiring harness if we can get it. Okay, moving right along here, we're going to go here to the front axle and the hood. We'll start off with the hood right here, and your hood is in perfect shape. It's well, pristine. There isn't a thing wrong with it. We got the decals on here. It's the paint is oxidized. I don't know if we can buff that out. We may just end up repainting it. This yellow stripe here, you know, looks like they put that on there with their finger, you know, finger paint. But the first thing is this bumper, your front bumper, fits on here, and here's how it would coincide. And you know, some of these models of the 111 and 108, they're riveted on. So this one, when we got it, was not. It was bolted on with some kind of like 12 or 24 type of bolt. So the hood is perfect, and that's a real plus. The bumper here, you know, these supports that go onto the hood, that's not John Deere, and it's been bashed in, and And that's one thing that if I can get one of these brand new ones, that we will go ahead and do that. So we're keeping a file, you know, like we do on everything, you know, whether it be a gun or whatever. We open up a file on everything we get. So if I get one of these, I'll just go back in with a brand new one, because it's pretty, you know, bashed in and kind of mangled. Now, your front axle, you know, that's all in good shape here. And you know, you've got these blocks here, which are your bearing blocks for your axle to, you know, flex over uneven ground. And there's no looseness on them, but if there were, they look like that you could turn them around and you know, get to a new side on them. You know, why they did not put grease zerks in them, I don't know why, but we may do that. But the front axle is in good shape, and you know, it should have been black, but they've painted everything black, green on this tractor. So front axle's fine, it's good and tight. Now your front axle, these little bearing blocks here, here's how they can coincide on your front axle. Everything goes on up here. Your engine is mounted on here, right here, and it would fit like this on your front end. And then your hood and your front bumper would swivel on these two holes right here. Okay? All right. Bobcat, get down. So we've got okay, now let's go to the engine part. Now that's okay, but now on your control tower here, and your gas tank sets on here, the problem was that these two supports that are cantilevered over to hold your gas tank on here, well, they've been pushed down. So therefore, being pushed down, the bottom of the gas tank was rubbing on this grill here, and it caused a leak. And you can see how they repaired this. Now this bolt here is like a 1/4-inch bolt, but it's the type of a bolt that would you would put your toilet bowl down on the floor with. Now that's a pretty good way to repair something, but we've got a new one of these on the way. John Deere wants $150 for a brand new one, but we got another one on the way. So, and that's important. And it's a good quality plastic. So we gotta fix that, you know. So now your frame rails and all of the other stuff that has been painted green that should be black, we're cleaning them up, and what we're using is all these old cans of brake fluid that we have, and it seems to lift up the rust also. Now you can see that when they put this together in the factory, they put the frame and the major components together, including the front axle, all together, and then they dipped it in paint. So we're getting this all cleaned up. All right.
Yeah, come on. Damn, honey. Jeez.
Okay, so now next thing here is your clutch pulleys. This clutch pulley here, you can see that it was frozen up. See the shiny part right here? I turned it so you can see it. And then your belt, they call this the traction belt. See how that's grooved or it's been wearing? So we'll have another one of those too also. But we'll clean all this up and get it working. This pulley is spot welded together, so I could probably
We're after 11 minutes.
get a
now.
bearing.
Working on 12 fucking minutes. Damn.
Okay, your steering right here. Steering box. It's got a little bit of slack in it, but it's not abnormal. These steering boxes are cased in aluminum, and then this rag joint here. Now we've dealt with these back in the 60s and 70s, these rag joints on non-power steering General Motors vehicles. They get a little bit of oil on them and they start deteriorating and you get all that slack.
13.
So our answer to that back then was to this is the hole saw that we were using to cut out a new one out of a bias ply tire carcass. So anyway, we got that covered. And in the manual, it tells you that this is a piece of leather. So apparently this might have been a something somebody figured out. All right, so
13.
let's get back here to the
I'm on 14.
transaxle here, and this is the support for it. It's been painted green here also, and here's how it goes on, and it does work. It's a Peerless gear division transmission of Tecumseh. It's a desirable transaxle, you know, from the you know, the garden tractor pullers and the you know, the racers and the mud people. Yeah, and what they do is take the original pulley here and put a smaller on here to make it go faster.
Working on 15.
Okay. So,
Not really.
also, you know, on this control tower here, we need to be, you know, this plastic part right here, I want to replace that too. If I can't, well, I'll figure out another way to do it.
In a minute.
So,
Cameron's gonna die.
we still got a lot to do on here, and we're going to close on this,
After 15 minutes.
and we'll get all this back together to where we can roll it around, you know, the black paint is going to be the first thing we're going to be putting on, you know,
15.
the frame, and we'll get it going. Thank you for watching. We'll see you on our next video. Bye-bye.